The Dread Lady described you well. Come and speak with me.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Welcome, friend.
Yeah! Yeah!
Take pride in your work, I always.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
The tales of Nords and their mead drinking are legendary, but Yegi here? He's absolutely epic. He's been drinking for 2 days straight now. 2 days! You must mean that drunken idiot who tried to keep up with Yegi. He wasn't even in the same league. Whatever he was drinking was pretty foul, though. It smelled more like wet cagooti than sweet mead. I think it might have been Argonian. He wandered toward the river, carrying a few bottles of that vile Argonian beverage. He's probably still down there. I'd wager he's either passed out or nursing a bad headache right about now.
Yeah!
Oh yes, Naryu. Whatever you say, Naryu. I don't want to. Want to sleep. Perfectly good dream. Oh, Naryu. I love you, Naryu.
Yeah!
If you're still looking for Thod, I wouldn't worry about it. He and the commander headed for the barracks. Thod's getting an earful, I'm sure. I apologize if we wasted your time. I'm sure it was one of the other guards. There are a lot of us, and we're known to relax with a bottle of mead or two when we're off duty. And never to excess. So really, I wouldn't worry about it. Listen, I saw them both just a moment ago, and unlike the commander, I slept last night. Now, it's not that I don't believe you found a drunk Nord by the river. It wouldn't be the first time. It's just that it can't be Thod. I can prove it. Both the commander and Thod headed towards the barracks on the west side of town. If you hurry, you should be able to catch up with them. Then you can go get a drink and relax. Seems like you could use it.
Yeah.
I told you that we need to be patient. You're always in such a hurry. It's starting to get on my nerves.
You're enjoying that body too much, I think. Why, I have a mind to... Can I help you with something? The Fort Amol guard barracks are off limits, so I hope you don't plan on trying to get inside. The commander is occupied by other matters at the moment. As one of the officials helping coordinate efforts at Fort Amol, perhaps I could be of service? I am a noble and an advisor to the Jarl of Fort Amol. I have been charged with making sure that all of our esteemed guests are well cared for. I assume you are part of King Jorunn's guard if you seek to speak with Commander Iarn? Ah, yes, Thod. Of course, he was just here, as a matter of fact. You just missed him. You weren't the one looking for him earlier by chance. Iarn mentioned someone looking into guard business. Not many folks care about Thod. Well, how about I help you instead? Iarn has been on edge of late. Perhaps the king's presence makes him nervous. Or it's all these foreigners. Who knows? But he has been acting strange. I'd keep an eye on him if I were you. You seem eager to help, so I'm giving you something to do. If I toss around false accusations or involve the king's guards, it might seem like Fort Amol can't deal with its own problems. Trail the commander. Determine if my fears are justified. Hide behind the rocks nearby and wait for Iarn. You wouldn't want him to know you were following him now, would you?
Took you long enough, Commander.
I thought I was being followed. We have to be smart about all this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah!
Don't insult my intelligence. I know we only get one chance at this. Besides, word from the inside is that things are going well.
Good. I took care of things on my end. I stuffed all of the duplicates in Marla's house. As long as no one goes snooping around in there, we'll be fine.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
You just have to poke your nose into things that don't concern you, don't you? You can join the rest of the bodies in here.
Yeah!
I'm afraid you just missed Commander Eon. Again. He was in a hurry. He always seems to run when everyone else around here just saunters. Have you been drinking with Thane Yegi and the soldiers? What? All of this in Marla's house? You have to understand how strange this sounds. You're telling me that the commander I was just speaking to is actually dead? And there are others? Including 2 dead Marlas? After that story, I think I might be the one who needs a drink. Well, thanks for the information. I'll make sure to look into these accusations as soon as I can. But you're not going to give up on this, are you? Listen, let's say I believe you. Let's say there are Stormfist agents impersonating people in Fort Amol. Even if all of this is true, we can't start a panic. The leaders of the Pact are here, for kind's sake. No, I didn't say that. I just don't want you running around crying murder, especially with the Pact delegations here. Think of how fragile our alliance already is. You should speak to Lord Velop. Tell him what you told me. He's the Jarl's advisor. He has his hand in everything that happens around here. Tell him what you told me. Leave nothing out. Velop's smart. If what you say is true, and by Kain I hope it isn't, he'll know what to do, without causing a panic. You'll probably find Lord Velop in the inn. Like most Nords, he enjoys his mead. And I understand that nobles can get particularly thirsty when the king is in town. You have to look at this from my point of view. A stranger walks into town and makes outlandish claims about spies and imposters and murders. How do I know that you're not one of these Stormfist traitors trying to cause trouble? You certainly are insistent. I'll grant you that much. Look, I'll check the house as soon as I can. In the meantime, go talk to Lord Verloc. Shows bones if there really are spies in Fort Amol. His lordship will know what to do.
Yeah.
So, was the hunt successful? Did you find out what nefariousness our good Commander Eon is up to? What? No, I never imagined. I think you better tell me what happened, friend. And start at the beginning. Lower your voice. This can't be. How could Fildgor's soldiers get into the fort without being noticed? Did you tell anyone else about this? I'll need to have a word with Loanor. The implications for the Pact are horrifying. Dark elves and Nords have died. Finger-pointing will escalate into violence as soon as word gets out. Especially with Prince Ernskar's temper. Go to the Nord camp and speak with Thane Harvald. He's honorable and intelligent. I'm sure he'll want to keep this quiet. He also possesses common sense. If anyone knows how we should approach this problem, it's Thane Harvald.
Yeah. 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 The Nord don't need the help of the weakling Argonians and the cowardly Dark Elves. We can win this war on our own.
Your Uncle Fildgor has allied himself with the Stormfist clan and the Orcs, my prince. We need all the help we can get. You need to apologize to the delegates, and get them back to the table before this rift grows any
Let
wider.
the pact shatter and fall for all I care. We need no one but ourselves. You grow old and weak, Harvold, like my father. This conversation is over.
The prince in his hot temper. He decided to hold his own meeting, while the king and the pact ambassadors meet at the keep. He managed to insult both the Dark Elves and the Argonians with his posturing and boastfulness. Talk freely. Thane Oda is as trustworthy as I. But understand that I have enough trouble as it is, and I don't need any more bad news. I have my hands full trying to figure out how to calm the prince and get the pact delegates back to the meeting. And that's not what I wanted to hear. The prince will have to be told about this, of course. And the Argonian and Dark Elf delegates. They need to be able to protect themselves. I can't keep secrets from my prince, no matter how hot-headed he may be. I'll make him understand the seriousness of the situation. But I doubt the Argonians and Dark Elves will listen. They were very angry when they marched back to their camps. Perhaps, if you say that King Jorunn sent you, they might not forgive the prince and return immediately. But they might listen to you. They need to know that we value the Pact and their companionship. Do whatever it takes to make them happy. What does he always do? He opened his mouth and let words fall out. He said many terrible things and drove them away. And all his father asked him to do was coordinate troop movements and battle plans while the Council of War was in session.
Oh, whatever may I assist you with? Perhaps you need your pillow fluffed, or maybe you need me to cut up your food for you. Wait, I know you. From Deshawn. Don't say a word. No one must know who or what I am. Shh, no one needs to know that. Veron gave me my first solo contract. It's a special one. Target's around here somewhere, but I haven't pinpointed where just yet, so I'm in disguise. Not my first choice of garb, but it works. Geld is an idiot, and the prince is, well, he's a royal idiot. Bringing those two together might hurt more than help with any problems you have here. But since you asked so nicely, I can help. Might even get me closer to my goal. I can be rather convincing when I need to be, especially in this attire. The Jarl keeps some of his best wine locked away in the barracks. Snag a couple of bottles for me. Just be careful in there. The guards don't like visitors.
Well, I hate to hide such good looks. You're going to need a disguise, a guard uniform. I saw one of those idiots splashing around in the river not too long ago. If he's still there, you might be able to borrow his armor.
For a friend, anything. One of the guards hates cats. Earlier I saw a cat run into the building. The guard chased it for an hour. Bring a cat with you. Might prove useful. I saw a bunch of them following the Argonians around. Try over there.
Is this on straight? Not another cat. I hate...
When did the skin stealers take Ronda? Weeks ago? Months? Years?
Do you know what that sweat had me fetch while you were gone? Food from the other tent, as if walking 10 feet would kill him. I got the food, though. Added a special berry, too. His stomach would appreciate it. I knew I could count on you. Reliability is an admirable trait. This will taste good. Probably make taking orders from that barking dog over there a bit more tolerable. And it should be enough to get the job done. To get Geld's nice and comfortable. Then I'll convince him that what he just drank was poisoned. Lucky for him, I have the antidote. Of course. He'll do whatever I want to get it. And that should be very entertaining. Of course. How did you think I was going to convince him? Now, do me a favor and stay alert out there. I've seen enough shadows and sheepish grins to know that something isn't right in Fort Amol. But that's why I'm here now, isn't it?
Yeah! Yeah!
I think I figured out why cats like us so much. It's because we are so beautiful, and we smell good. Excuse me, but who are you? And why is King Jorunn requesting any help from us? The prince made it very clear that he thinks very little of my eggkin and I. Why we even bothered coming here is beyond me. The prince cares nothing for us. He refused to send any help to my kin in Darkwater Crossing. The trolls wander the town now, and only the Hiss knows what happened to my people. I offer the same thing to you as the prince offered to me. Nothing. King Jorunn is a good man, strong and wise. I hear he hates cats. He gave shelter to my people when they fled from the Stormfists and their orc allies. But that doesn't change the current situation, and Prince Ernskar is still a Gwarlicker. It's too late to help Darkwater, but not to reclaim our honor. A deal, then. If you remove the head of the large troll we call Death in Winter and bring it to me, I will consider returning to Ernskar's meeting for the king.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah! Yeah!
What's that smell? It's awful. My people came to Fort Amol from the west, but the town wasn't big enough to absorb them. They settled at Darkwater Crossing. Then the trolls came. You have done what that arrogant prince would not do. Thank you. Perhaps. That is for them to decide, but at least they have that choice. Like King Jorunn, you demonstrate honor. I will return to the prince's meeting and hear what he has to say. You have earned that much.
Yeah!
I heard that you've been hard at work. A powerful troll for the Argonians? Really? That's quite remarkable. And I spoke to Prince Ernskar. He agrees that he might have been a little arrogant. Especially when I told him what you discovered. Maybe now we can all get back to the business at hand, instead of just throwing insults at each other. With the Pact working together again, we should be able to sniff out Fildgor's spies easily enough. Now my only concern is for the king. He's surrounded himself with our strongest warriors, but the element of surprise gives Fildgor an advantage. After what you said the Stormfists have already accomplished, how can we trust anyone on the other side of the keep's gate? I know King Jorunn requested privacy for this meeting with the ambassadors, but I can't just assume everything is all right. Actually, Lord Verlop suggested that you two take care of it. I need to keep the prince in line, and we don't want to tip our hand to the Stormfists. Besides, I know you can handle yourself. Get in there and secure the king. The gates have been sealed since we arrived, but Lord Verlop should be able to open them. King Jorunn was adamant that no one disturb the meeting. I imagine that whatever they are discussing in there, Fildgor is definitely at the heart of it.
Yeah! Yeah!
That's strange. Where are the guards? Oh, that's right. They're dead. Just like you're about to be. You know, you were a real pain in my side. I sent you after Iarn and Marla, but somehow you survived. Then I sent you to sabotage the prince. But instead, you brought the pact together. Well, if you want something done, you just have to do it yourself.
Move or call out and lose your tongue. Simple,
Wait!
right?
Don't kill me! I can help you. Jorunn's still alive. You need me.
No one likes a liar, Nord. No one. Let's talk, hero. Why did I ever let Veron convince me to come to Eastmarch? Told you something bad was gonna happen. I didn't want you to walk into this trap alone, so I followed you. Good thing, too. I've been tracking a Breton illusionist by the name of Dalin for a while now. The villain created quite a stir by assassinating a few nobles in Mournhold recently. I discovered that he took a contract with Fildgor and tracked him to this region. Not exactly, but I'd wager he's inside the keep. I'm not sure what we'll find in there, but you'll need to be quick. Dalin's already a step ahead of us. The man bought Verlop with a promise of gold. Who knows who else he's got on his side? I need to make sure our Alliance friends are playing nice with each other. Then I'll meet up with you. After I get out of this damn dress and into some proper clothing. How do women wear stuff like this all the time?
Destroy! Strike! Now!
Are you an idiot? We're surrounded by the enemy.
The big bad Stormfists are outside. Maybe we should go upstairs so I can protect you, all proper-like.
People really frustrate me sometimes. Maybe we should go upstairs so I can protect you. Who even says that? He could have complimented my eyes, or my... Never mind. He's one of Dalin's thugs. No sign of the king, though. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Windows are wonderful things, my darling. No one ever remembers to lock them. I'm sure you've crawled into or out of more than a few windows over the course of your adventures. I found 2 doors in here, but they're both locked tight. I'm sure the king is behind one of those doors. We just need to figure out how to open them. I don't think you'll just find a key lying around, but you never know. I'll check down here. Take a look upstairs and see if you can find anything.
So you have finally come to the aid of the king. Thank you for all your hard work here in Fort Amol. I can't say that Verloc was as useful as I hoped, but he served his purpose, right? I mean, just look at me. Stunning, am I not? A Breton leading the Nords. Who would have thought of it? For all intent and purposes, I am the real king now. Any who would challenge that are being dealt with. But I wanted to congratulate you. So many lives lost because of you. I'm envious. That poor guard Floanor, greedy Lord Verloc, the mind reels. Verloc did say that he would take care of her, didn't he? My poor Verloc was many things, but a liar wasn't one of them. Then there's that pretty little dark elf outside. The feisty one. She'll be a fun one to kill. And of course, King Jorunn. He's enjoying a gift from Filgorn. The king that saved his people from the Akaviri, killed by his own brother. Yet, no one will ever know. No, they will find the body of poor Dalen the Briton, defeated by their heroic king. Oh, that would be me. Well, yes, that's the entire point of why we're here. Now I must apologize. I have matters to attend to. You'll find that my guards now control the manor. You can try to stop us, but I doubt you'll have very much luck.
Dalen said you were coming after us. Let's see how you handle two of the best warriors of the Stormfist Brigade.
Well done. Too little, too late. The false king is dead. Once you join him, Filgor will rule this land.
King Jorunn's breathing is shallow. The poison Dalen used, it's tainted. Daedric, I'm not sure what it's doing to this poor man, but I don't think he will survive. The illusionist fooled us all. His magic allowed the Stormfist to look like people we trusted. Something in the wine we shared, we think. One of them took the form of the king's servant. He poisoned the king's dinner. Fighting broke out as soon as King Jorunn fell ill. We dragged him away from the meeting and locked ourselves in here. When the Stormfist broke in, I thought we were finished. If that woman hadn't shown up, we'd probably be dead right now. She never identified herself. When the Stormfist broke in, she just appeared out of nowhere and put 2 daggers in their backs. Then she told us help was coming, and she ran off. She wore a helmet, but I'm pretty sure she was a dark elf. We should be fine, and we're not helpless. We can protect the king. But please hurry just the same. I don't know how long he can resist the poison.
I figured it'd be up here. Another contract completed by, well, you again. I wonder if the Tong is testing me or something. Still, a success is a success, right? I hope I didn't scare the ambassadors too badly. When you entered the safe room, I heard the ambassadors trying to be quiet upstairs. Next thing I know, Stormfist thugs are waving their axes around and attacking the manor. I was about to leave the same way I entered. Well, I couldn't let you have all the fun. Seriously, you have to understand. My organization used to be respected. Now we're hunted for what we were, what we represented. That has to change. I was talking about you, but I also figured more backup wouldn't hurt. Ernskar and his guards are downstairs. They rushed over as soon as the fighting started. But King Jorunn, he didn't look so good. He's not going to make it, is he? Hildegor plays dirty. I wish I could help more, but I've already overstepped the limits of my contract. I need to get back to Mournhold. A new matter involving a rival group has become an issue. These people still need your help, hero.
Where is my father? What did our so-called allies do to him? I'll kill every single Argonian and Dark Elf myself if my father's been harmed. Filgor might have driven the blade, but the Dark Elves and Argonians did nothing to protect my father. Now where is he? Tell me! Guards, go to the king at once. As for you, what's your involvement in all this? Why are you here? Then we are allies, for now. I must go to my father. I don't care how we do it, but his life must be saved. My father can't die. Filgor will not win this war. Not this way. I forbid it.
There must be something we can do for the king. The Stormfists have been dealt with, and the duplicates rounded up. But whatever poison attacks the king grows worse with each passing hour. We can't help him without more information. Now our enemies stoop so low as to ally themselves with Daedra. The poison will kill the king before we can get him to the healers in Windhelm. And no one here can cure a poison like this. We need to ask... The Stormfists have been dealt with, and the duplicates rounded up. But whatever poison attacks the king grows worse with each passing hour. We can't help him without more information. Now our enemies stoop so low as to ally themselves with Daedra. The poison will kill the king before we can get him to the healers in Windhelm. And no one here can cure a poison like this. We need to ask the Turnian monks for help. An old cult worship totem gods. Call them monks or witches as you will, but they wield strong healing magic. Their rituals are complex, and those who seek their help must bring their own ritual components. The poison weakens the king. We need a substance to bolster his life force. The Turnian monks also require a focus. An object or even a person. Something or someone that possesses a rare power can serve this function. The Argonians joked about one of their own during the feast. They called him the Dreamwalker. He watches over the dreams of the people of Darkwater Crossing. Yes, the same place where the trolls now run rampant. The spirits assure me that this Dreamwalker still lives. He is essential to saving King Jorunn. Where he hides, that I don't know. Search Darkwater Crossing for some clue as to where the Argonians have gone. The blood of a vampire gives strength and vitality, even to those on death's door. Whatever runs through their veins serves to enhance their life force. The tiniest amount should suffice to get the king through the ritual. The hot springs to the north. Rumors suggest the place is haunted by the undead. Witchestada, they call it. Let's hope the rumors are true. Of course, you'll also need to get one of them to give you its blood.
Time grows short. What to do? Too much to do and too little time. A stranger offers aid. You dare to put your own life in danger for the benefit of others? That sounds too good to be true. Well, I would be foolish to turn down help, wherever it comes from. I need certain materials to perform the ritual. Can you gather them for me? I need you to catch torch bugs. I need 5 pairs of wings. No more, no less. I also need the satchel for my home, the intact building, the one with a sturdy lock. The key should be in an urn near the house. I tossed it in there when I ran by. It will help me find my way through her dreams. I enter the dream stride and cure people from within. I've always had this gift. I try to use it for good, but things don't always work out the way you hope. I try not to think about those times. Can't you see I'm busy? Many people to care for, including one who slowly slips away. I don't have time to deal with strangers until my own people are safe and secure.
He has to be in here somewhere. It has to be! Who are you? What are you doing in here? Everyone was supposed to be gone. Just gathering my belongings. I had to leave so suddenly I missed a couple of necessities. Now get out of my house, won't you? I don't... Figures you'd be working with the lizards. They always lure outsiders to their cause with false promises and sob stories. Those Argonians are killers. If you're working with them, you're no better than they are. What am I talking about? That Dreamwalker! He uses dark magic, magic he doesn't understand. How many innocents have to die because of his recklessness? That's just what he wants you to believe. And you're stupid enough to listen to his lies. It's a shame a troll didn't rip your heart out. It's what you and those killers deserve. Now get out of my way. I have what I came for. Take care of this nuisance. He's trying to help me.
Those who let the innocent die?
Can't be me! How dare you help the Argonians? The filthy lizards. They killed my wife. She put her faith in the Dreamwalker. Put her life in his hands. My wife was ill. This Dreamwalker, he promised he could cure her by entering her dreams. She swore off practical medicines, said there were other ways. There were lies. I held her hand as her life slipped away. He killed her. I came here to make them suffer, all of them, to make them feel the pain as I did. I put blood around the village, lured the trolls here. I watched them destroy the place, and now, it seems I hold the life of another in my hands. Whoever the Dreamwalker is trying to save, he sent you for his reagents, didn't he? That's why you were in the house. That's why I was there too. To make sure he never stepped into another dream again. Let me go, and I'll tell you where to find them. I tried to destroy this monster after what he did to my wife, but it's out of my hands now. Let me go, and I'll tell you where I hid the reagents. Kill me, and you'll never find them. I put the reagents into a vase and threw it into the ruined building I ran by. Take them and get back to your Dreamwalker. Just know it won't work. She's dead, regardless of what you do. Just like my wife.
Did you bring the items I requested? No time to talk about that now. I know exactly who you met, but please, I must try to save this one's life first. The present now, then we can discuss the past. Sister of Wind will recover. Breathing normal, body healing. Her dreams were tainted by the injuries. Always happy when I help another. Always remember the ones I couldn't save. One of many. Beautiful woman. Dark hair, pretty eyes, like the sea. Asmala came to me and begged for my help. I knew her chances weren't good, but I decided to try to save her anyway. Luckily, none of my people were lost, but poor Asmala. He acted out of grief, out of love for the woman he lost. I forgive him. They are safe. Trolls still roam the area, but they will get bored and wander off when the food runs out. Hopefully, they won't look in this cave. We are in your debt. My skills are yours, should you ever need them. If you ever need assistance, you need only to ask. I owe you the largest of favors, as do my people. Of course, a favor was promised, and a favor you shall receive. What do you ask of me? Poison? Poison is more dangerous than physical wounds. Some of these vile substances cause dreams to collapse. No matter, a promise is a promise. Where is the king? The Turnian monks? I have heard many things about them. Many interesting abilities are attributed to these monks. Now I'm eager to visit the Turnians. I'll meet you there.
Please, you have to help me. Please help me. I pushed her down, and now she's gone. It was the only way I could get away from those horrible monsters. We were on our way back to Windhelm.
We decided to take a shortcut, and those monsters surrounded us. I've never seen anything like them before. They were everywhere, all around us. There were so many of them. By the three! Look out! I need to go. I need to get out of here. Those things are everywhere. Please, my friend may still be alive. If you see her, you need to save her. We were near the center of the hot springs when we were attacked. I pushed Imhe down. It was the only thing I could do to get away. I wasn't thinking. I never meant to hurt her. Please, find Imhe. I need to go.
Stay away from me, you monster.
Damn it, woman. You need to come with me now. The sun hurts me more than you know. We need to get inside. Scales here is about to have a really bad day if she doesn't come with me right now. That bite, it's spreading faster than she realizes. These creatures are the twisted offspring of a vampire, and their bite is just as dangerous. Once bitten, the curse seeps into your body. It gets into your blood until the fever takes you. Then the craving comes over you. The craving for blood. There may be a way. I need to get her back to my manor, though. If she stays out here too long, the sun will find her. Then she'll experience a pain like she has never felt before. Right now, she just needs to shut up and listen to me. I'm just like the creatures that attacked her, except my mind is my own, and I'm a little more sensitive to sunlight. Now, before you do something we'll both regret, hear me out. If I'm going to save Scales, I'm going to need your help. I need blood fiend dust. You can get it from the creatures that bit her. Then maybe we can reverse the effects and save Scales here. I'll keep her safe in the meantime. If you can get that dust, bring it to my manor. The cursed blood of my family does indeed run through my veins. I'm not ashamed of it. What I am ashamed of is what my people do with this power. I believe that I can trust you. If you help me with something, I'll do whatever you ask as long as it doesn't involve hurting anyone. Time to go, Scales. We need to make sure you don't turn into one of these creatures.
What are you doing? No, don't let him take me.
Street man said you'd be showing up soon. He's upstairs with the lizard girl.
Scales tried to escape, so we locked her up. Nothing to worry about. Just want to make sure everyone stays safe. It won't be long before she gets that crazed look in her eyes, though. You saw those things out there. They're mindless monsters, as ugly as they are evil, and only interested in killing and feasting. Do you really want Scales out there attacking people? No? That's why I put her in a cage. There's a chance, but it's just that, a chance. There's no guarantee she'll survive the process. I've seen it kill as often as it cures. It's a risk, but the alternative is far, far worse. You've made the right decision. I promise I'll do everything in my power to help her. We'll watch over her. If she doesn't improve, we'll make sure she doesn't succumb to the bloodlust. Believe me, you won't regret this. Poor Scales burns with the blood fever. She'll be trying to eat every face she sees soon enough. Who would wish that fate upon her? Well, I suppose my father would, but you'll learn more about him shortly. I promise we'll look after Scales. We'll make sure that she's safe and that she doesn't hurt anyone. Now, I need your help. You saw for yourself. Vampire abominations prowl the springs. Those are my father's toys, sick creations of his evil mind. We've all been infected, cursed, plagued. Call it what you will. We're vampires. But we don't have to succumb to the curse's savage nature. My father thinks otherwise. He believes we should embrace the bloodlust, the power, taking those who can't oppose us and making them our own. As civil war rages through Eastmarch, he feels the time is right to strike. He wants to grow an army of undead before anyone notices. My father must be stopped at all costs. He's already targeted the Winterland Hunters. He's about to turn them into his puppets. Jorunn downstairs can tell you how to save them. That's our first step.
I hope Valeric didn't convince you to join our cause. Our battles never end well. True, his father's a bastard, but he's a strong bastard. Valeric can't beat him, and those who help us usually die. But enough depressing talk. How can Jorunn help you? Yes, Jorunn always has a plan. The Blood Fiends hunt by scent. They have the hunter's scent and await the command to strike. If we mask the scent, the Blood Fiends will lose interest and wander off. The hunters will be saved. Take this liquid. It is a gift from Jorun's close friends, Cello and Harp. Don't ask what it is. You don't want to know. Splash it on the hunters. Make them smell like something the blood fiends won't want to eat. Oh, they'll hate it. They'll probably try to kill you. It's best if you rough them up a bit first. Show them who's stronger. Then splash it in their faces. As long as they end up very smelly, the hunters should be safe.
Majorn. You've made contact with Majorn's son, Valeric. He's a troubled young man, ashamed of his heritage. Majorn simply wishes to end the conflict with his son. For this reason, my lord requests to meet with you. Oh, it's not just you. Others have tried to help Valeric. They either see how futile their task is, or they fail. My master wants to explain this to you. You don't have to make any decisions right now. Just hear him out. You deny an invitation from my lord? You are foolish, just like the ones before you. Majorn shall know of this. You have made a terrible mistake this day.
Aren't you the champion of Windhelm? The one that stopped Fildgor Orcsane?
Peace? Who throws cat piss on people?
By the gods! That smells awful!
Smell! I need to get this off me!
What an unholy stink! It's horrible! Cat piss! Who throws cat piss on people?
Yeah!
You saved the lives of the hunters. You ruined their clothes, but you saved their lives. My father will be upset when his slaves fail to locate new prey. He'll become curious. Then we'll catch him off guard. My father won't risk going outside. It's too dangerous. The sun is deadly to his ancient form. No, he'll send his thrall Tunis to see what went wrong. We need to catch my father before he returns to the crypts and locks the doors behind him. Rala will sneak into my father's manor and wait for Tunis to return. She'll deal with him. I need you to enter the crypts. Rala may be a vampire, but she's still young. She wouldn't stand a chance against an ancient. Rala is quick. She can blend with the shadows. Slitting a thrall's throat is well within her capabilities. But someone more powerful than her needs to confront my father.
Please leave me alone. I don't want to talk about what happened here. I couldn't resist the urge. I had to feed. Valeric keeps us locked away. He doesn't let us feed. Not naturally. Not like this. I need blood to survive. Why deny me this pleasure? I don't care what Valeric taught us. This is who we are. This is what we are. If we ever hope to defeat the Ancients, we must embrace the power as they do. We can't keep feeding on skeevers and hope to grow strong. We must feast. You can't stop me. No one can stop me. I'll continue to feed. I'll grow strong. I'll defeat the Ancients. I warned you, but you just don't listen. Stay back. Valeric won't hold me back any longer. I'll become stronger than the Ancients and destroy them all.
feast upon your sweet, sweet blood. Enough of this. Now you shall...
He's gone. I can feel it. His presence faded when you struck him down. But so is dear Rala. I shouldn't have sent her. She wasn't ready. Of course, it wasn't your fault. You did what was necessary. It's just a shame to lose a friend. May she rest knowing that my father's tyranny has ended. We will leave this place. Losing Rala, I see now that my friends aren't ready to be on their own. I'll continue to train those new to this life, temper them, teach them not to succumb to the maddening bloodlust. We can't thank you enough. My father was evil. He abused the gifts we've been given. With him gone, we have a chance to live peacefully. Well, as peacefully as our kind can. You've done a great thing, ridding this world of my father. Speak, tell me your desire, and I shall make it so. My blood? Do you intend to turn the Scald King into one of us? Why would you help us stop my father, just to create another vampire? You have earned my trust, friend. Therefore, I must believe you speak the truth. Take it, save the king, but don't make me regret giving this to you.
The spirits told me you were close. I spoke to the Turnian monks. They admitted the king and the prince, but not me. I left the fold. They remember that, but they will help the king. The Dreamwalker is already inside. Let the monks know you bring the ritual components. I must be off. Fildgor is on the run and we're closing in. Now go, save the king so he can lead us to victory.
Outsiders are not welcome here. Please, outsider, leave us be. The Turnian monks want no part in the war that rages across this land. Your king has fallen into a deep eternal sleep. You cannot aid him. His fate depends on the favor of the three old gods now. Not dead, at least not yet. But his soul struggles as his dreams turn to poison. They tear at him, pull him deeper into the darkness. One calling himself Dreamwalker claims he can enter his nightmare. With our magic, he says your king can be saved. Speak with Yadvar inside the cave, but don't get your hopes up. If the three old gods require your help, that's between you, them, and the Turnian elders.
You come to support the slumbering king? When last I saw him, his skin was pale and his breathing shallow. His life force slowly drains away. It would take a miracle or a favor from the three old gods to save him now. When he isn't asking inane questions, the Dreamwalker makes the same claim. So many questions. He actually believes we turn into bugs and fly. With your king's life hanging in the balance, I hope you haven't put your trust in the wrong place. As you say, before your friend can enter the eternal slumber, we need to enhance the king's life force. Bring him back from the brink of death long enough for the Dreamwalker to slip inside. Otherwise, the journey will kill them both. Horrible creatures, but their blood has its uses. I'll open the gate to our ritual grounds. Please don't disturb the monks who pray there. Your king sleeps on the center platform, where our high priest administers to him.
This one welcomes you back! Choose a reward. Yeah.
Why does my father still sleep, priest?
Our healing magic maintains his life, but the Daedric poison is strong. I'm not sure we can overcome it.
If my father dies, the Turnian monks will suffer. Understand that, healer. Now, save your king.
King Jorunn's son is worried, and I don't blame him. Our healing magic is strong, but it's not much good against Daedra-corrupted poison. The king won't awaken on his own. So my monks tell me. We don't usually deal with Daedric magic. We can keep King Jorunn alive, but we can't restore him. Your Dreamwalker is our best chance. I hope he's done this before. You brought what we need. Now the Dreamwalker must enter the Dream Stride. From there, he's on his own. My magic can't help him. Pray at the totems of the three old gods. Perhaps they will show you the Dreamwalker's progress. Then we watch and wait. Come, Dreamwalker. King Jorunn is ready. It is time for you to get involved.
Not to worry. I've done this many times. Many times. Never entered a king's dreams, though. Or battled with magic. But I'm sure everything will be just fine. Be sure to hold the king down. If he begins to thrash around, hit him with a rock. Kidding. Kidding.
The Dreamwalker's work has begun. If you wish to observe his progress, pray to our totem spirits. If the three old gods hear you, they will show you images of the Dreamstride.
Very sad. The king's soldiers. They fell in battle, but are raised in a dream. Rage fills them, and they are strong. Wish I had the strength to fight them. This is going to be a challenge, to say the least.
Yeah.
Very cold. Must be quick as possible. Find the fires. Their warmth will keep you alive. Walls. Coming down. Stay near the light. Must remember, stay near the light.
Yeah!
What is this madness? Visions of warriors lost. A woman beckoning to me. Strange, beautiful. But something is wrong here. I need to be very careful. Wish there was a way to figure out the truth.
What is this sorcery, priest? What's happening to my father?
The dream. It's leaving the king's body. How is this happening? The three old gods watch over this man and grant him a quick, painless journey from this place. Something has sparked the Dreamwalker's magic as well as our own. Whatever haunts King Jorunn begins to flow into this world as well. As the poison spreads through his body, he fights back harder. It's pushing the forces into our own plane. It means your king's last moments of life are upon him. His spirit is strong, a fighter. I believe that's what has caused these projections. He won't give in to death. Sadly, we can do nothing to help him from out here. The Dreamwalker was most likely injured by the blast of magic. He was the last chance we had. Your king can't do this on his own. You would do this? And for a man you barely know? Your life could be forfeited by doing this. Very well. The decision is yours. I can use what remains of the Dreamwalker's magic to send you into the Dreamstride. From there, you will be on your own. I can't imagine what awaits you in the dreams of King Jorunn. His dreams turn to nightmares. What once was pleasant is now twisted and dark. You must help him overcome these trials. Pray to the three old gods. Seek their blessings and call upon their aspects to aid you. They might help you, but each in a different way. Remember what the Dreamwalker said and be open to any way an aspect may aid you. I can give you insight to each of our gods before you enter King Jorunn's dreams. That's about all I can do from here. Once you enter the dream, you will be on your own. I'll attempt to keep his life force stable for as long as I can. The poison pulls from Jorunn's memories and gives strength to his greatest fears. The death of his sister, the soldiers in his service, and Fildgor. His dreams have created guardians to hide his true memories. You must show him the truth of things. Our magic allows us to call forth aspects of the three old gods: the fox, the bear, and the wolf. Spirit forms to help us perform tasks beyond the scope of mere mortals. The bear is strong, mighty, a protector. He enhances our strength and shields us from harm. If you're in need for protection against overwhelming odds, the bear should be your ally.
Look at your soldiers, Jorunn. This is what happened to us. Locked away in some crypt like commoners. No one cared that we died. Especially we were just pawns for you. No. I respected and cared for each and every one of you. With each of your deaths, I lost brothers and sisters, but we fought for what we all believed in. We fought for our freedom.
King Jorunn stirs in agony before he calms and grows still. These waves repeat even as you enter his dreams. His life continues to slip away. What did you discover? The poison polluting his body, it makes him reimagine his fears and lets the nightmares tighten their grip. He will continue to seek a way out as long as the dream continues. You must follow the king deeper still. Continue to pray to the totems. You already set one of the fractured parts of his spirit free. You need to be quick this time. If the king knows he's in danger, the dream will collapse behind him and strengthen the nightmare's power. Our magic allows us to call forth aspects of the three old... The fox is crafty and quick. He enhances the speed at which we do things, makes us faster, more agile than we are on our own. If you are in need of speed, you may want to call upon this aspect.
Why do you continue to follow me? The Argonian that followed me couldn't handle the ordeal. You won't fare any better. Leave now before it's too late. Too many have already died on my behalf. I must handle this on my own. Heal me through my own mind? You would use Daedric magic to cure me? That's the very magic that harmed me. You don't need to do this. I fought an army that claimed to be invincible and emerged victorious. Filgor's poison won't stop me. Do you even know where we are right now? This cave, my sister and I fell down a hole while we were hunting. We nearly froze to death. We barely got out alive. Wait. I would not have made it out from this cave if it wasn't for my sister. I blacked out from exhaustion and the cold. Nirnhild carried me the rest of the way to safety. Damn it all! I don't know how we got out of this cave. It means I never saw the exit. How will I find it in my dreams? The fires, I remember the fires. They must be the key. If I don't survive, you must get word to Almalexia and the other pact leaders. The pact must not fall. Well, this turned out to be an interesting hunting trip. So much for knowing the area like the back of your hand. Right, sister?
Yes, yes, go ahead. Mock me, little brother. I should just leave you in this cave. Maybe you'd lose a foot to the frost, and the people will call you the Gimp Prince. That would be the last time you mocked me, that's for sure.
Oh, I think I would write a ballad about how an ice demon and I dueled upon the mountaintops, and I drove my blade into him as he took my foot. All the ladies would find me heroic. Maybe I should let my foot fall off.
This sounds like something you do. You're the only man I've ever known to write an epic about how you fell down and broke your nose. Did that Nord lass you brought home really believe that story about you and the troll?
This cave goes on forever, and the cold, it's bitter to the bone. I think I'm starting to lose the feeling in my legs. I hate when that happens.
You sure do whine a lot, you know that? We'll find a way out of here. Stop worrying so much.
Oh, I forgot. There's no need to worry. The great and wonderful Nirnhild is here.
You hush now, brother. Filgor showed me how to find my way out of a cave. Or any closed area, really. You just need to find the wind. Once you do that, you can figure out where it's coming from. And that's the way out. Simple. Come on, Jorunn. We have to keep moving. We're almost there. I can feel it. Please, brother. It's just a little bit farther. You have to hold on. I need you. I can't become queen without my brothers at my side. I just can't do it. Stay with me, brother. Wake up!
For you deeply. Why fight this dream? Why not give in? You can be with her once more.
Can't stop me. I will not give in, son. I will live on because... No, my sister is gone. And I will honor her memory by living my life.
King Jorunn's breathing slows. I don't know if this is due to your actions, or if he slips closer to death. Did you learn anything new? Proud, stubborn man. Jorunn's at his weakest points now, on the edge of life and death. You have only one more chance to enter the Dream Stride. One more chance to break the nightmare and set him free. If you fail, you will both be lost. The king's dreams try to deceive him. You need to be on guard. Look through the shadows and observe. If you fail to convince the king that what he sees is a lie, he will perish. And when he dies, his dream ends. And so do you. Our magic allows us to call forth aspect. The wolf is sly and observant, ferocious and deadly. She watches and waits for the best opportunity to strike. With her aid, our eyes see the hidden weaknesses of our foes. If you seek the weakness in your enemy's armor, call upon the wolf.
Are you real or just part of this dream? Ouch. I hurt all over. Feels like my body is being crushed, and not in a fun way. Why have you followed me? This experience, I wouldn't recommend it to my worst enemy. Of course I'm alive. The magic that allowed you to enter the dream stride would have disappeared if I died. Frightening thought, though, to die in another's dream. I'll consider this while you find the king. He followed a pretty young woman. She looked familiar, but I couldn't place her. She ran up the steps and the king was right behind her. But something strange happened. Specters appeared. Very vicious. Be careful. These spirits are more violent and powerful than the others in the dream. Drawn from the king's strongest memories. If you fail, we all die horrible, horrible deaths. Probably very painful. Please, try to avoid that.
Can you believe Jorunn defeated his brother? Hilgor must have been drunk or something. If that fool Jorunn thinks we're going to die for him, he's dumber than I thought. I'd sooner stab him in the back than stand at his side.
I died for this? For Jorunn? I bet he never lifted a sword in his life. For his sister, Nurnhild. Give in to your dreams. Submit to the darkness.
Never. I will wake from this dream. I will find my brother and any others who put our people at risk. They will all fall to my blade. This I swear. You underestimate me and my allies, foul creature. I remember when my sister sat upon the throne. My brother and I would tease her endlessly about being the queen. My people trusted my sister, loved her. Great Queen Nurnhild, they called her, leader of the Nords. Then the Akaviri attacked. The people lost their queen, and I lost my sister. The realm wept the day she died. It was a trick, conjured by that creature you killed. Nurnhild is dead. Her beautiful soul is gone. I'm all that's left to lead my people. I cannot fail them. Different, strange, like a part of me is missing. No guards, no castle walls, just the limits of my own mind. Fabrications and illusions. Perhaps that's all you are. Your face is familiar, but I can't remember. You have my thanks regardless, both you and the Argonian. I know there's so much to do, and I cannot allow my brother Filgor to complete his plan. Not while he has a sister's body and her crown. Nothing good will come from his machinations. Must be part of my dream.
Jorunn, my beloved brother. It's been so...
I can never repay you for all you've done. I should throw a grand feast and make you part of my personal guard, but there's still dangers to deal with. Filgor plans to desecrate my sister's spirit. That must not be allowed to happen. The crown of Freydis, the symbol of our people, can only be worn by the true heir of the throne. It won't fit upon an unworthy head. Filgor believes that he can merge our sister's spirit with his own, making him worthy of the crown. If the crown fits, it proclaims Filgor as the true king. Not even I can oppose the one who wears the crown. That's why Filgor must be stopped. He can't be allowed to desecrate Nirnhild's spirit. Filgor and his Stormfist brigade have gone to the Dragon Shrine of Skuldafn. The prince and I must go to the camps at the foot of the mountain and plan our counter move. I need to leave now. The people need their king.
I can open a portal for you. But after all this, I only have the energy to teleport you and your son.
That's fine. Our friend here has done more than enough for us already and deserves some time to rest. Come on, Scar. Let's go. You are welcome to join us at our camp if you wish. Whatever you decide, thank you for what you have done.
Hello, Fred. We're still alive. I never would have guessed that would be the result of all this. Now I need some rest. To study the Turnian monks and the three old gods. Fascinating stuff. And truth to tell, I don't want to go into any more dreams for a while. More or less, thanks to my training and experience, I was taught to learn, to understand, to survive. The Skald King has discovered these things as well. A rare leader, Jorunn. He's a ruler who listens. To rest and hold council with his advisors, no doubt. Thanes, Ebonheart pack leaders, other nobles, I'm sure. There's a large camp to the northeast. The soldiers call it Jorunn's Stand, not far from the place called Skuldafn.